Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are here for a quick page pull. You guys know on my channel, I love to work and dance with the universe and to ask our angels and guides, your higher self, my higher self, whoever you believe in. I love to get messages. I love to communicate with something we can't see. I used to say we can't see, feel, or touch, but we can feel it. We can feel the universe. We can feel love, which is the universe and God and source. So I should probably stop saying that, but it's just such a habit. I love dancing with something I can't see, feel, or touch. Faith is my most pleasurable thing in this world that I love, that I've learned to love. So, and I say that because that's the highest state I've ever gotten to in my body, in my heart. Like the highest joy I have ever experienced is me by myself connecting with God, with source, receiving from God, receiving from source, getting hearts, getting butterflies, getting synchronicities. To me, that's just why we came here. And I'm so lucky that I've gotten to experience it. And every day I wake up so grateful to be in the reality bubble that I'm in now, where before, when I lost my daughter back in 2012, and probably like 5 or 6 years post loss was my most troublesome years. Like the grief finally hit me later, and it just compounded everything I was ignoring and pushing away and not wanting to feel. And I really just wasn't in my body when that happened. And that was also due to physical trauma, sexual trauma as a child. So I kind of left my body at a young age, which I think essentially saved me when my daughter died, because I didn't really feel everything that maybe I could have felt if I was actually in my body. So fast forward to now, it's 2024, and I can feel. And I can feel immense love and synchronicity. And I'm dancing by myself and I don't need anyone or anything. And it feels pure. It feels like love. And that's why I like to do these page pulls, because when I did this, when I was deep in my grief, I would pull pages and they would lift my energy. They would pull me out of whatever state I was in, and it would connect me to God. So my goal is to bring you that same juice, that same energy through the screen into your body, into your homes, into your cars, wherever you're listening to this. I want to invigorate you to love life, to love your dance, to love your experience here. So we're going to start with Stephen Farmer's Pocket Guide to Spirit Animals. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. When you exhale out, making a sound, it drops you out of your head and into your heart. It just makes you more playful and more fun. All right, spirit animals, which one wants to talk today? Who are we going to give a voice to today? The cockatoo, the cock. JK, this is PG, people. Get your minds out of the gutter. Okay, so let go of your agenda and do something spontaneous and out of the ordinary. Do something special to demonstrate your love and care for your mate or one of your closest friends. You're about to embark on an important learning process, whether through formal education or self-study, which will require your dedication and perseverance and yet be very stimulating and fulfilling. Yummy. Bolster your self-esteem by refusing to demean, put down, or criticize yourself for at least one full day. The lover you're with is a keeper and will be a responsible and affectionate mate. All right, so when I was reading that whole thing, I was just thinking partnership the whole time. It says you're about to embark on an important learning process. To me, that felt like somebody's walking into a relationship and you're about to go through, more of your healing. Because once you enter partnership, that person now is showing you what you couldn't see before you were in that partnership. But at the end, it says your lover you're with is a keeper. So maybe they're saying whoever you're about to meet is somebody you can trust, somebody you can play with, somebody who you can be spontaneous with. Dedication, perseverance, stimulating, fulfilling. Okay, so I'm going to hold this up so you guys can screenshot. Hopefully you got it. Okay, let's do 365 ways to raise your frequency. So quick little teaching about frequency and vibration. From what I've learned, and I don't know if this is facts, but it felt good when I learned it, so I try to live by it and I teach by it. Your frequency is kind of like the core of where you are in your life. Okay, so if you think about somebody who has fantastic relationships everywhere they go, they are just known as this beautiful human, and everywhere you go, you meet somebody that knows them and they say such wonderful things about them. You meet their family and they're close with their family. Their frequency is high, right? They are just at the core of who they are. They are leaving their mark. They are so loving. They're patient. They're seeing people, hearing people, right? So that's a high frequency. On the flip side, there could be somebody who's like super successful, right? You know, maybe they have $1 million and on paper, they seem to have the perfect life. But then you talk to everybody that knows them and they say that they're negative, or they say that they're hyper vigilant, or maybe they're always in fear, or maybe they're always worried about losing their business or whatever they have, or maybe they cling to things and they have a bunch of cars but they don't let anyone else enjoy them, like in their family, right? So there's two different frequencies there. Somebody is in love, meaning in love with God and source, and they are walking through life being love. That's a high frequency. And then there's somebody else who has the so-called material success, but they're a walking frequency of, you know, just not feeling good, in fear, in worry, clinging, overprotective. That's a low frequency. Okay, so that's the core of those two people. So always remember that. Frequency is more like the core of who people are and where they're operating from. Your vibration is just where you are currently. So the person over here who's walking in love, like they might be in a low vibe right now because maybe they're sad about something. Maybe they just lost somebody, or maybe they just got bad news and their vibe is just low, right? So vibration is just where you're currently at. What are you vibrating with? Are you in a state of sadness? Are you in a state of excitement and you're vibrating high? So vibration is your current state. Frequency is like the core of who you are. And that is very, very difficult. You can't change that within an hour. Your frequency is kind of like a culmination of all of your belief system. That's why they say you need to raise your frequency in order to attract things, because your frequency is kind of like the holder of all of your beliefs. So when we start to, I always talk about like picking out the weeds. The weeds are your old belief systems, and we're planting new seeds. And now your frequency can rise because you're getting to the root of why you didn't think that you were worthy, you know? So just a little snippet about frequency and vibration. So let's pick a page. You guys tell me when to stop. Heard stop. Okay, left side. I love this. It says, look into the window of your soul. It's often said that the eyes are the window to the soul. And if you look into your own soul, you can see the true spiritual nature of your being. To do this exercise, stand in front of a mirror or hold a mirror in your hand and look at yourself. Don't consider anything about your looks. Just look directly into your eyes. Look deep within yourself to connect with your own spiritual truth and your core energy. By doing this, you bring focus to your essence, which is kind of like what I was talking about. Your frequency is like your essence. It's who you are. It's how you be in this world. So what do you do if you don't like what you see? Maybe you see someone who is a touch selfish or who isn't living to their fullest potential. Maybe you see someone who could be more than they are at this point in time if they would only take the time to obtain personal and spiritual growth through an increase in frequency. So perfect that we got this page after I just gave you guys that little definition. Envision the molecules within you moving at a faster rate. As you do this with purpose and intention, and as you feel an internal increase in your energy, do you see a change in your eyes? Can you sense a change in the way you feel about yourself? Look into the window of your soul to discover spiritual truth. And I have to tell you guys that on my grieving journey, I organically did this one day. I think it was like maybe 8 years post loss. I think it was in 2020, or maybe, no, I think it was 2019. I was grieving so hard one day for my daughter. And I think I had just gotten out of the shower, and I literally like just plopped down. I was like right in like the middle of my dining room. Like I was walking out of the shower, going to get like a drink from the fridge or something. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And this would happen often on my journey. It didn't, grief would surface at whatever time. It wasn't like very kind to consider where I was or what I was doing. I would be at school, it would happen. I would be at an event and it would happen. But I remember walking to my kitchen and I just fell. Like I literally like dropped to my knees and I just started sobbing. And I eventually like took my towel off and just laid it on the floor and I just sat there naked and I just cried. And then I saw my mirror and I gradually brought my towel over. I put it down. I remember moving so slowly and I laid the towel down and I sat in front of the mirror naked and I just stared at myself in the eyes. And I looked at myself and I said, Michelle, I love you. I see what you've been through. You lost your daughter. Like you lost your daughter. And I just kept saying it. I kept saying it. I kept saying it. And I was saying it because I fully hadn't dealt with that part of me that lost her, that dealt with, I know she's not gone, but the person that was holding a baby as they took their last breath. And my daughter, not to be, I don't want to trigger anybody who is squeamish or doesn't like to talk about hospital things, but my daughter, like skip through this if you don't want to hear this, but she was skin and bones. Like she looked malnourished with her muscle disorder. She couldn't digest food. She couldn't take food in. I was pumping the whole time and we were giving her my milk through her feeding tube, but her body just was not absorbing it. And she was so skinny and you could see every bone. And I'm holding her, right, as she's passing away. And in those moments, I believe our human checks out. I believe it's so much, we can't process it in the moment. So here I am, however many years later, crying on my dining room floor, like finally realizing what I had seen, like what trauma that really is. And I sat in front of the mirror and I forced myself to say it over and over and over again because I didn't want to be in the prison of it anymore. I didn't want to be a victim of it. I wanted to be okay with it. I wanted to feel, I wanted to connect with myself. And I looked in my eyes and I just loved the heck out of myself. And I was like, you know what? I don't need anybody right now. I don't need anybody to see me in this pain. I see me, and that is all that matters. And I remember there was some sort of synchronicity that happened. Either my phone lit up and somebody had sent me a heart in that moment, which my daughter sends me hearts wherever I go. I have these beautiful heart earrings from one of my YouTube subscribers. They sent it to me for my birthday. Thank you so much. But I literally like was, there was a synchronicity in that moment. So that's when I really, really started to believe that they can hear us. We can communicate with them and they see us suffering and they send help. And they send help through other humans. So if you're on a journey right now and you're wanting to raise your frequency, you're wanting to learn about the universe, you're wanting to just enjoy life, a lot of times we have to face ourselves. We have to look into the window of our soul through our own eyes and fall in love with ourselves. We have to fully see, like, what did this body experience in this lifetime? What did my eyes see and witness and feel? And I have to go and replay it and look in the mirror and find compassion for that part of me who dealt with that. Like that was really traumatic for me. So great exercise. I offer it to a lot of my clients. I tell them to sit naked in front of the mirror, detach from the body, look into the eyes, look into your soul, and talk to yourself. Tell yourself what you've experienced. Have a dialogue. Say, I am so proud of you that you didn't give up. You kept going. You found ways to process your grief through creativity, through inspiring people. The minute my daughter passed, something took over my body and I just started to inspire. I swear, you guys, it's been 12 years. I probably have posted on Instagram once a day for 12 years. If I go back and look, it's probably like true. I've deleted a lot too, just to keep maintenance on my page. But something took over my body and I was like, I don't care what people think. I am posting every single day to inspire people to love their life, to love themselves, to take care of their body. Working out was a huge thing for me because my daughter had a muscle disorder. So I was like, I need to inspire people to move their bodies. They're lucky that they have them. They're lucky that they can move, right? So um, when we do this mirror exercise, it really connects us to us and it connects us to our self-love. And if someone were to ask me right now, like, how can I love myself more? The first thing I say is go sit in front of the mirror, look at yourself in the eyes, and replay all the hard things that you've been through and tell yourself that you're a freaking warrior, that you got through it. And do not let that voice start to replay the bad things. And if it does, you find forgiveness and you find compassion. Okay. So don't forget, just to recap, we had the cockatoo, which means you might be coming into a partnership soon and there might be some work you have to do with that partner. And then we have how to raise your frequency, looking into the eyes of the soul. And oh my gosh, it just clicked. What if your partner is your other soul? You're looking into their eyes and you're connecting with them. And with you doing that mirror exercise, you're really looking at your mate. You're looking at your partner saying, I love you. I see all that you've been through, and I honor you, and I celebrate you, and I forgive you for all the things that maybe you're not so proud of, and I accept you. Okay. Really cool message. I like how those two go together. Check my phone real fast. I got a facial today, you guys, and I feel so good. And Kristen, who did my facial, she's just commenting back. Love you, girl, if you're watching. Okay, we're going to do Heart Thoughts by Louise Hay. Okay, let's pick our final page for this video. Thank you all for always listening to my stories about Micah and my grief journey. It makes me feel good to have an area where I can express the happenings, and I really, really hope you try that mirror method because it works so well. Holy freaking shit. You guys, it says, I love myself totally in the now. Be gentle, kind, and comforting with your inner child as you uncover and release the old negative messages within you. Say, all my changes are comfortable, easy, and fun. Holy shit. It says, love is the biggest eraser there is. Love erases even the deepest imprinting because love goes deeper than anything. If your childhood imprinting was very strong and you keep saying it's all their fault, I can't change, you stay stuck. Do a lot of mirror work. Holy freaking shit. Do a lot of mirror work. Love yourself in the mirror from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, dressed and naked. Look into your eyes and love you and your child within. I can't even process this right now. I literally can't process this right now, you guys. Can you? I know you can. Can you believe it? It literally says mirror work. I hope you just screenshot that for this memory. I could cry. I literally could cry. Thank you, angels and guides. I love you so much. Thank you for bringing magic through me to my listeners because they need to believe in you. I am so proud of myself. I love that I move myself out of the way to do this work. This is what I'm talking about. When I first started this video and I say, I live for the magic, I live to dance with the universe, that feeling that I just felt and that I hope all of you just felt, that's what we're here to experience. We're not here to experience the $1 million. That feeling just then of us connecting and finding ways to love ourselves and then getting a direct message saying, do the mirror work. Look yourself in the mirror. Look into your eyes and love you and your child within. Holy cow, my heart's like pounding out of my chest. Be gentle and comforting with your inner child as you uncover and release the old negative messages within you. All my changes are comfortable, easy, and fun. So if you are coming into a new partnership with somebody, they say partnership activates all of your inner child wounding, and they're going to, they're going to poke the buttons that haven't been poked yet. And we want to walk through life ascending, elevating, and we want to poke every button, right? If I have 30 buttons on my spine, on my chakra system, my my dedication, my commitment to my spiritual growth is I want to hit every single one before I leave this planet. And if I can call in a partner that can help me do that in a gentle, loving way, and they can help me push them slowly and see what comes out, and I can just witness that part of me that comes out, even if it's ugly or if it's unattractive, I want to do it. So I think that's part of looking in the mirror, and also forgiving the pieces of you, or forgiving yourself for maybe running away from pushing these buttons. Maybe you've been too scared to, or maybe you've had to wait a really, really long time to do this work with somebody, and now it's finally here and you're ready. And you're like, okay, all of my fears are bubbling up to the surface. I don't know if I'm good enough for this person. I'm second guessing everything. What if everything moves too fast? That mantra says it can be easy, it can be comfortable, and it can be fun. Just do the mirror work, look into your eyes, love yourself, know that your consciousness is creating your reality. So if you do this work and you start to train yourself to think these thoughts that I am worth it, I love myself so much, and I've struggled for so long. Some of you have struggled for so long, and I see you and I feel you, and I'm sending you the biggest hug, but it is your turn. It is your turn to feel the joy that we just felt. If you do not have any kind of magic like that in your life, you can create it, right? Every morning when you wake up, you say, universe, use me for good. Where will you have me go? What will you have me do? Who will you have me see? And what will you have me say? Bring me all the magic today. And you open yourself up to be moved. And at the end of the day, this is the most important piece. You get your journal out right before you go to bed, and you write down what magic happened. Who did you meet? What conversations did you have? What happened unexpectedly? What did you buy? What did you celebrate about yourself? For me, my highlight of today is going to be this synchronicity filming right now. I don't think I've ever had such a direct message come through in a book or a card where it literally said mirror work after I just explained my experience with my mirror work. And that, again, encourages me to continue to trust myself when I film, that they're going to push through me the words that you need to hear. You know, sometimes I think I'm sharing for me, but I know that there's somebody on the other end of this video who's really needing the message. So look yourself in the eye, see your pain, love yourself even more because of all the things you experience, but don't stay in the sadness around it. Witness it, see it, feel it, and then release it and say, you know what? I don't want to take the pain with me. I'm so proud of the version of me that handled it well. And even if I didn't handle something well, it's okay. I can do better next time. Now that I know better, I can do better. But I'm going to wait until that feeling dissolves, and then I'm going to step away from the mirror and move on with my day. And I remember when I got up from that mirror that day, I felt like a brand new woman. I went and did my hair, I put makeup on, I made a yummy dinner, and I just was by myself. So proud of myself that I endured something really, really hard in this lifetime. And you know, understanding that I, for some reason, chose it. My daughter chose it. And I just talked to her while I was eating my meal. I was like, I know you're with me. I love you. Thank you for allowing me to release today. And I've done that my whole 12 years. It's been me on my own, processing on my own, figuring it out. And I organically did that. And now there's books saying to do it. So it was like I was guided to do these things that were being taught somewhere in the world. I just didn't have access to it at the time, but I was organically knowing what to do. And that's why God is great and the universe is great, because it gives us what we need, even if it's not coming through a book or a video. Your soul knows what to do. You can trust yourself. All right, lovies, thank you so much for being here. This was so fun. I am going to have to bookmark this one and never forget it and plaster it everywhere to see that our angels and guides are freaking so funny. They make us pull pages that are exactly a match to what we're talking about. So trust the magic. It's in you, it's around you, and it wants to come to you more. Open your arms and let it in. All right, lovies, I will see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Thank you for supporting me, my daughter, and our channel and our mission. All right, peace out.